As Americans, you put yourselves first by putting America first. You make America great by making yourselves great.
Democrats have a new hero, and no, it's not what you expect. It's a judge who helped out an illegal hombre accused of domestic violence escape from ICE agents. Talk about picking the wrong team captain. The judicial jailbreak Milwaukee judge Hannah Dugan got a knock on her door from FBI, and it definitely was not to deliver her robe from dry cleaning. Turns out she pulled a fast one on federal agents who were trying to arrest this illegal hombre in her courtroom.
If you went into this courtroom because you understood that this person was going to be in the building and this is someone that you're looking for, how would all of this have played out in your mind? And how shocked would you be if the judge let this person out the side door?
Well, this is an activity that the agents engage in, right? They make a plan. Maybe they do some surveillance. They're aware of the court docket. They probably know that that some judges and maybe the defense attorneys, other people in the courtroom would be resistant to their presence. But I don't think you could imagine that the actual judge in the trial would do things like this, let the guy out the back door. She's a judge. She's supposed to be a leader, a pillar in the community, somebody that the constituency there in Milwaukee goes to as a trier of fact, right? She's supposed to be above. Her standard for law enforcement should be above, the normal person.
The guy, Eduardo Flores-Ruiz, was in court facing battery charges. He beat up two people so badly they both ended up in the hospital. When Judge Dugan learned that ICE was waiting outside, she went full prison break, except instead of breaking somebody out of prison, she was preventing them from actually going into prison. She took the defendant and his attorney back into her chambers and showed them a secret exit like she was running an escape room for criminals. ICE agents had to chase this hombre down on foot down the street. What is this? This is like an episode of Law and Order, Special Victims Unit of Common Sense.
Documented migrant after his hearing, so she decided to step in. His name is Eduardo Flores-Ruiz, and he's an undocumented migrant from Mexico facing battery charges. In part of the complaint, investigators say the judge took him through a door, which leads to a non-public part of the courthouse. Ruiz then made it outside, and ICE agents had to chase him down the street. Now, a week later, federal agents arrested Judge Dugan at the courthouse. And during her first court appearance Friday, her attorney said she, quote, wholeheartedly regrets and protests her arrest.
But here is where it gets rich. Instead of condemning this judicial jailbreak, Democrats are rushing to defend her. Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson is criticizing the Trump administration for arresting the judge because it's scaring immigrant communities or making our communities less safe, whatever that means. How exactly does removing a violent criminal from American streets make our communities less safe?
They're just trying to have this show of force, and in the process of doing this in a courthouse where people need to go for court proceedings, they're scaring people away from participating in the process. So if they are witness to a crime or something of the sort, they're not going to go and participate, and that makes our community less safe.
It's like saying a shark from a swimming pool makes swimmers more vulnerable to drowning.
D.C. Dems are being put on notice. If David Hogg doesn't coup them, they'll get thrown out of office the old-fashioned way.
This, I think, is a revolt that is going on within the Democratic Party right now, Democrats and their leaders. I mean, take a look nationally. Hello, the belief that they will do the right thing when it comes to the economy. Last year at this time, 80% believed that the Democratic leaders in Congress would do the right thing when it comes to the economy. And keep in mind, this is Democrats. Look at where we are now. That number has been slashed in half to just 39%. Holy Toledo. Democrats hate what their congressional leaders in Washington are doing right now on the key issue of the day, the economy, and their confidence has fallen through the floor, Mr. Berman.
A senator tweeted that the arrest of the judge is not normal and it threatens the rule of law. You know what else threatens the rule of law? Judges breaking the law.
Looking at the complaint, let's strip the politics out of it. This is a crime. If they can prove what happened here, It is a crime. This judge, let's strip the Trump of it all out. Let's strip the immigration of it all out. Let's say law enforcement shows up at a building with an arrest warrant. They're looking for person A. Person B then says, hey, there's a secret escape door out back. I'm going to show you the way, and then ushers that person out the back door. That is textbook obstruction.
Not exactly the card-carrying member of MAGA says this is textbook obstruction.
What did Hitler do? What did Hitler do in the Holocaust? He took people from Germany to other countries.
Yeah.
Where there was no German law. There was not even a pretense of German law. They took them to Poland or, Hungary or whatever, and they killed them.
And so when you see what's happening right now with this El Salvadoran gulag, I mean, this CCOT gulag, he's basically taking a page out of that playbook, you think?
Let's strip the politics out of it. This is a crime. If they can prove what happened here, it is a crime. That is textbook obstruction. When CNN is calling out Democrat judge, you know things have gone a little sideways. It's like when your vegan friend admits that the bacon smells so good. Something fundamentally has shifted in the universe. This is all happening because the Trump administration is actually enforcing our immigration laws. Border crossings are down 99%. ICE is deporting criminals left and right. Democrats are panicking because their open border fantasy is collapsing faster than a house of cards in a hurricane.
I just want to say, for the record, since we heard President Trump say in the Oval Office that CNN hates our country, CNN does not hate our country. That should go without saying.
Maybe it doesn't go without saying.
Under Biden in December 2023, Border Patrol caught 250,000 people and released 190,000 of them. You know what the number was in February under Trump? 20. That is not a typo. That is 190,000 down to 20. And Judge Dugan isn't the only one. Former New Mexican judge Joel Cano was arrested for harboring an alleged Tren de Aragua gang member in his guest house. But it gets worse. He was destroying evidence by smashing cell phones with a hammer.
We could not believe, actually, that a judge really did that. They're deranged is all I can think of. I cannot believe. I think some of these judges think they are beyond and above the law, and they are not.
In New Mexico, former Judge Joel Cano appeared in federal court yesterday. He's charged with tampering with evidence in the investigation of his alleged harboring of an undocumented migrant.
He went full Hillary Clinton. He just bleached everything to protect a bad hombre. And Bondi's going to lock you up in the paddy wagon, okay? Attorney General Pam Bondi isn't playing around. She's sending a clear message. No one is above the law, not even judges.
In this country, no one is above the law.
You can't just say, okay, because someone was president or someone is a candidate that you're above the law. Everyone is under the law.
No one is above the law.
Fact is, no one is above the law.
I think some of these judges think they are beyond and above the law. They are not. And we're sending a very strong message today. This is what Pam Bondi said. If you're harboring a fugitive, we don't care who you are. If you are helping to hide one, if you are giving a TDA member guns, anyone who is illegal in this country, we will come after you and we will prosecute you, and we will find you. Democrats will always reflectively defend criminals and illegals. It's like their political version of muscle memory. The American people elected Donald Trump to enforce our laws and to secure our borders. And that is exactly what Donald Trump and the administration are doing. So to all the judges who think you're helping out illegals escape justice, the law applies to everyone. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.